Introduction: Unleash Your Joy, Ultimate Guide to Life. Welcome, dear reader, to a journey within, a journey that promises not just understanding, but tangible transformation. This book, Unleash Your Joy, Ultimate Guide to Life, isn't just another self-help manual. It's a roadmap to navigate the complexities of life with grace, resilience, and most importantly, unwavering joy. You might be thinking, joy? In this world? It sounds impossible. I understand. We are constantly bombarded with stress, negativity, and expectations that seem impossible to meet. But what if I told you that joy isn't something to be found outside, but something to be cultivated within? What if the key to a fulfilling life lies in understanding and mastering your own inner landscape? This book is inspired by the ancient wisdom of yoga and meditation, as explored in depth in texts like Inner Engineering, A Yogi's Guide to Joy. However, we've stripped away the complexities to present these powerful tools in a simple, accessible way, using real-world examples that resonate with your everyday experiences. Forget complicated philosophy and jargon. We will explore practical techniques to align your body, mind, and energy, equipping you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and equanimity. Imagine being able to respond to stressful situations with calm instead of reactivity. Imagine feeling a deep sense of contentment, regardless of external circumstances. Imagine finally understanding your true potential and living a life of purpose and passion. Throughout these pages, you will discover simple yoga practices, no need to be a gymnast, easy stretches and postures to revitalize your body and release tension, powerful meditation techniques, quiet the mental chatter and connect to a deeper sense of peace. Practical mindfulness exercises, learn to be present in the moment and appreciate the beauty of everyday life. Tools for self-understanding, uncover your limiting beliefs and unlock your hidden potential. Strategies for emotional regulation, manage stress, anxiety, and negativity in a healthy and constructive way. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about engaging with it more fully, more consciously, and with more joy. It's about taking responsibility for your inner well-being and creating a life that is truly yours. By the end of this book, you won't just know about joy, you will experience it. You will have the tools and the understanding to unleash your joy and create an ultimate life, a life filled with purpose, balance, and lasting happiness. So, are you ready to begin? What you've heard so far is only a taste of the profound teachings this scripture holds. As we move forward, you'll discover lessons that resonate with your daily experiences. Subscribe to keep this ancient wisdom within your reach. Together, let's explore its depths and bring its lessons into our lives. Chapter 1: The Joy Within, A New Beginning. Friends, welcome to Unleash Your Joy, Ultimate Guide to Life. For too long, we've been taught that happiness comes from external sources: a bigger house, a better job, the perfect partner. We chase these things, often feeling empty even when we achieve them. But what if I told you the joy you crave isn't out there, but in here? Imagine a woman named Sarah. She juggles a demanding job, kids, and the endless responsibilities of adulting. Life is stressful. But every morning, before the chaos begins, Sarah takes a simple walk in her neighborhood. She doesn't scroll through her phone. She looks around. She notices the sunrise, the birds singing, the dew on the leaves. In those few minutes, she finds a sense of peace, a quiet joy that carries her through the day. Sarah didn't need a vacation to the Bahamas or a lottery win to find joy. She discovered it in something simple, something readily available to her. This is the essence of inner joy, a state of being that isn't dependent on what's happening around you. Think of it like this: you have a light switch inside you. When you rely on external factors for happiness, you're essentially waiting for someone else to flip that switch. Your mood becomes a roller coaster, dependent on circumstances outside your control. But what if you learned how to flip that switch yourself? This book is your guide to doing just that. We will explore practical tools drawn from ancient wisdom and modern understanding to cultivate a lasting state of joy, regardless of life's inevitable ups and downs. The journey starts with a simple question: are you willing to believe that joy isn't something you find, but something you cultivate? Are you ready to take responsibility for your inner state? If the answer is yes, then you've already taken the first step towards unleashing the joy within. This is your new beginning. Let's begin. Chapter 2, Understanding Your Body, the Foundation of Well-Being. Friends, imagine building a magnificent skyscraper. Would you start with the rooftop? Of course not. You need a strong, stable foundation. Similarly, inner peace and joy are built on the foundation of a healthy, well-cared-for body. Too often, we treat our bodies like machines, demanding performance without giving them what they truly need. We're glued to screens, eating processed foods, and skipping exercise, then wondering why we feel drained and unhappy. Let me tell you, neglecting your body is like short-circuiting your path to joy. Think about it. What happens when you don't get enough sleep? You become irritable. Your decision-making becomes clouded. You crave unhealthy snacks. That's your body screaming, "Hey, I need attention." It's directly impacting your mental state. So how do we build a solid foundation? It starts with mindful choices. Begin with simple yoga. Gentle stretches not only improve flexibility, but also release tension stored in your muscles, calming your nervous system. Even 15 minutes each morning can make a world of difference. Treat your body as a temple with clean eating habit that is easily digestible for your body. What about food? Consider this analogy. Would you put cheap fuel in a high-performance car? No. Fuel your body with whole, unprocessed foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains. See food as nourishment, not just something to fill a craving. It is the prana, life force. Listen to your body. It speaks to you constantly. A headache might be a sign of dehydration. Fatigue could be a sign of vitamin deficiency. Learning to listen is the first step to providing what it needs. Remember, your body is your vehicle on this journey of life. Treat it with respect, nourish it with care, and move it with joy. Build a strong foundation, and you'll find that inner peace and happiness become much easier to reach. Chapter 3, the mind, your greatest tool, your biggest obstacle. Hello friends, let's talk about the mind. Think of it as a superpowered computer, capable of amazing things. It lets you create, reason, and experience the world. But just like a computer with a virus, your mind can also cause problems. It races, worries, judges, and replays old stories, keeping you from peace. The truth is, the mind isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool. How you use it determines your experience of life. Want joy? Learn to master your mind. Imagine your mind as a playful, energetic puppy. Adorable, right? But that puppy chews on your furniture, barks at strangers, and pulls on the leash. Sounds familiar? That's your mind, constantly jumping from one thought to another. Just like training a puppy, you can train your mind. It starts with observation. Watch your thoughts. Notice how quickly they come and go. Don't judge them. Oh, there's a thought about work. Okay. Just observe. This creates distance. Next, gently redirect. If your puppy starts chewing on your shoe, you offer a toy. When your mind wanders to worries, guide it back to your breath, your task, or a positive thought. Be patient. It takes time. A helpful technique is mindfulness. Fully engage in whatever you're doing. Washing dishes, focus on the water, the soap, the feel of the plate. This anchors you in the present moment, quieting the mind's chatter. Remember, you are not your mind. You are the observer of your mind. Practice daily. Slowly, your mind, will learn to obey. It will still have energy, but now you are in control, guiding it towards peace and joy. Chapter 4, Breath, the bridge between body and mind. Friends, have you ever stopped to truly notice your breath? It's something so simple, so readily available, yet it holds incredible power. Think of your breath as a bridge. It connects the part of you that you can see and touch, your body, with the part you often can't, your mind. And on the other side of that bridge is calmness, clarity, and ultimately joy. Often we breathe unconsciously, shallow, quick breaths that barely fill our lungs. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and fatigue. But when we consciously control our breath, amazing things happen. We can literally shift our state of being. Have you ever been really angry? Perhaps someone cut you off in traffic, or a colleague said something hurtful. What happened to your breathing? Chances are it became rapid and shallow. Now, imagine this. Instead of reacting, you consciously take one long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply, filling your belly with air. Hold it for a moment. Exhale slowly, releasing all the tension. Do that just a few times. Notice the difference? The anger doesn't disappear entirely, but it becomes manageable. That's the power of the breath. Think of it like this. Your breath is like the steering wheel of a car. Your mind is the car itself. If the steering wheel is wonky, the car will swerve all over the place. But with a steady hand on the wheel, your breath, you can guide the car, your mind, in the right direction. Here's a simple exercise you can start with today. The 4-7-8 breath. 1. Sit comfortably with your back straight. 2. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound. 3. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose to a count of 4. 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. 5. Exhale completely through your mouth to a count of 8, making a whoosh sound. 6. This is 1 breath. Repeat this cycle at least 4 times. Try this before getting into bed. Try it when feeling stressed at work. It might feel silly at first, but the results speak for themselves. Regular practice, even just for a few minutes each day, can transform your relationship with your mind and body. Embrace your breath, embrace the present, and embrace the joy that awaits you. Chapter 5. Energy, the life force within you. Hello friends, let's talk about something vital, something you feel every day, your energy. We often think of energy as just what gets us through the day, the coffee we need to function, but it's so much more than that. It's the very life force, the invisible power plant within that fuels everything you do, think, and feel. Think of it like the electricity that powers a light bulb. Without it, the bulb is just glass and metal. This energy, often called prana by ancient yogis, flows through your body in channels. When these channels are clear, energy flows freely. You feel vibrant, joyful, and healthy. But when these channels get blocked through stress, poor diet, negative thoughts, or inaction, your energy gets stagnant. Have you ever felt completely drained after scrolling through social media for hours? It's because you are consuming content rather than creating energy within. You are bombarded with images and stories which might not be good for your mental health. This can clog your energy channels, leaving you feeling depleted and uninspired. This is very common for most of us. We don't realize, but we are losing so much of our energy on the things which doesn't add value to our life. Imbalances in energy can manifest in many ways: fatigue, anxiety, even physical pain. Think of a hose with a kink in it. The water struggles to flow, causing pressure and ultimately affecting the flower at the end of the hose. Similarly, blocked energy restricts your body's ability to function optimally. So, how do we revitalize and balance this vital life force? One of the easiest ways is through conscious breathing. Even simple deep breaths can unlock blockages and get the energy flowing again. Practicing yoga, spending time in nature, and eating nourishing foods are also powerful tools for boosting your energy levels. We'll explore many of these in detail in later chapters, but for now, simply become aware of your energy. Notice how you feel at different times of the day, what depletes you, and what energizes you. This awareness is the first step to reclaiming your vitality and unleashing the powerful life force within. Chapter 6. Meditation, connecting with your inner self. For so long, you've been searching for happiness out there, in achievements, relationships, possessions. But what if I told you the source of unending joy resides within you? That is what meditation allows you to achieve. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind. That's a common misconception that often scares people away. It's more like letting the noise settle. Think of a glass of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, you can't see anything clearly. But if you place it on a table and leave it undisturbed, the mud slowly settles to the bottom. The water becomes clear and you can see through it. Your mind is similar. Meditation provides that stillness, allowing thoughts, emotions, and anxieties to settle, revealing the clarity and peace beneath. We will explore some simple techniques to help you get started. Finding your method. There isn't one right way to meditate. Experiment. Try some simple techniques. Breath awareness. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your nostrils. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently guide your attention back to your breath. This is your anchor. A good analogy is training a dog. You gently bring it back when it starts wandering of. This can be used for any type of meditation. Guided meditation. Many apps and online resources offer guided meditations. These can be helpful for beginners, as a voice gently leads you through the process. Mantra meditation. Choose a word or phrase, a mantra that resonates with you, like peace or love. Silently repeat it to yourself, letting it calm your mind. Walking meditation. Bring mindfulness to everyday activities. Focus on the physical feel of your feet on the ground, the movement of your body, the sensations of the air on your skin. Even a short walk can be a meditative practice. Creating a consistent practice. Consistency is key to experiencing the benefits of meditation. Start small. Even 5 minutes a day is enough for a long-term journey. Set a realistic goal. Don't overwhelm yourself. Start with a shorter duration and gradually increase it as you become more comfortable. Find a routine. Choose a specific time and place for your practice. This helps create a habit. Be patient. It takes time to train your mind. Don't get discouraged if thoughts keep arising. Just gently redirect your attention. Embrace imperfection. Some days your mind will be calmer than others. This is normal. Accept it and keep practicing. Benefits of meditation. With regular practice, you'll start to notice remarkable changes. Reduced stress and anxiety. Meditation helps regulate the nervous system, leading to a calmer and more balanced state of mind. Improved focus and concentration. By training your mind to stay present, you'll be able to concentrate more easily. Increased self-awareness. Meditation allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without getting carried away by them. Greater inner peace and joy. By connecting with your inner self, you tap into a wellspring of peace and joy that is always available to you. Meditation is not a magical solution to all your problems, but it is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace, clarity, and joy. It is a step towards understanding that all you need, you already have inside. Start today, even if it's for just a few minutes, and begin your journey to a more joyful and fulfilling life. Chapter 7. Nutrition. Fueling your body and mind. What we eat directly impacts how we feel, both physically and mentally. Think of your body as a high-performance car. You wouldn't fill it with cheap, dirty fuel, would you? No, you'd choose the best to ensure it runs smoothly and efficiently. The same applies to your body. Nutrition is more than just calories. It's about providing the essential elements, nutrients, to support every cell and process. When you eat well, you're not just satisfying hunger. You're giving your body the raw materials to function optimally and your mind the clarity it needs. Mindful eating is key. Pay attention to your food, the colors, the smells, the textures. Chew slowly and savor each bite. Are you truly hungry, or are you eating out of boredom or stress? This awareness alone can transform your relationship with food. Healthy versus unhealthy, a breakfast example. Imagine two scenarios. Scenario 1, sugary start. You grab a sugary donut and a sweetened coffee on your way to work. You get a quick energy burst, but soon you feel a crash, leaving you sluggish and irritable. This is your body reacting to a rapid rise and fall in blood sugar. Scenario 2, nourishing start. You have a bowl of oatmeal with berries and nuts. You feel full and energized for hours. The complex carbohydrates in oatmeal release energy slowly, keeping your blood sugar stable and supporting sustained focus. Notice the difference? The sugary breakfast might taste good initially, but it's a short-term fix with long-term consequences for your mood and energy levels. The nourishing breakfast provides lasting energy and supports overall well-being. So what should you eat? Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats should be the foundation of your diet. Limit processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive amounts of unhealthy fats. Small changes can make a big difference. Start by adding 1 extra serving of vegetables to your meals or swapping sugary snacks for fruits. Remember, food has a profound impact on your body and mind. By making conscious choices about what you eat, you're not just nourishing your body, you're also fueling your joy. Chapter 8. The Power of Observation. Breaking free from habitual patterns. Have you ever felt like you're on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes over and over? Perhaps you react with anger in certain situations, or you consistently procrastinate on important tasks. These are habitual patterns, grooves worn deep in your mind and body. The good news is, you aren't stuck with them. The key to freedom lies in the power of observation. Observation isn't about judgment or self-criticism. It's about becoming a witness to your own life, watching your thoughts, emotions, and actions unfold without getting swept away by them. Imagine watching a movie of yourself. You see everything, the good and the not so good, but you're not judging the actor. You're simply observing the story. Detached observation is a game changer. When you observe your thoughts and emotions without attachment, you create space between the stimulus and your reaction. This space gives you the power to choose a different response. You're no longer driven by knee-jerk reactions. Instead, you become conscious and deliberate in your actions. Let's take the example of repeatedly being late. It seems simple, but chronic lateness can create stress and damage relationships. Instead of just berating yourself, "I'm always late," try observing why it happens. Observe your thoughts. What goes through your mind when you know you should be leaving? Are you thinking, "I have plenty of time," even when you don't? Are you getting distracted by other things? Observe your emotions. Do you feel a resistance to leaving? Is there a fear of being on time? Perhaps a subconscious desire to be perceived as busy or important? Observe your behaviors. What are you actually doing in the moments leading up to the departure time? Are you checking social media, watching TV, or getting caught up in a conversation? By observing these things, you begin to understand the root cause of your lateness. Maybe you realize that you underestimate travel time, or that you use distractions to avoid facing something unpleasant. Once you understand the root cause, you can take conscious steps to change your behavior. Perhaps you start setting earlier alarms, planning your routes more carefully, or creating a system to minimize distractions. The power of observation allows you to reprogram yourself. Every time you notice a thought, emotion, or behavior without judgment, you weaken the old pattern and create space for a new, more desirable one. Each observation is a step toward breaking free from the chains of habit and living a more conscious and joyful life. Chapter 9: Overcoming Obstacles, Navigating Life's Challenges with Grace. Life throws curveballs, unexpected events, setbacks, and difficulties. They're part of being human. The question isn't whether you'll face obstacles, but how you'll navigate them. This chapter offers tools to approach challenges with resilience, not resistance, with grace, not grimness. Imagine losing your job. Panic sets in, fear grips you. How will I pay the bills? What will people think? These are natural reactions, but dwelling on them prolongs the suffering. The first step is acceptance. Fighting reality only intensifies the pain. Accept that you've lost your job. This doesn't mean you're happy about it, but it means you're acknowledging the situation as it is. Saying, "This is unfair," repeatedly won't change anything. Acknowledging, "Okay, I've lost my job. Now, what can I do?" shifts you from victim to actor. Next is forgiveness. This might seem odd, but often there's anger directed at the company, your boss, even yourself. Holding on to this anger is poisonous. Forgive those you feel have wronged you. More importantly, forgive yourself for any perceived failures. Perhaps you could have worked harder, been more adaptable. Holding on to self-blame paralyzes you. Now, cultivate a positive mindset. This isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing to focus on possibilities. Instead of seeing a closed door, see an open field. Losing your job could be an opportunity to pursue a long-held dream, learn a new skill, or find a more fulfilling career. Start by listing your skills and identifying potential new directions. Network with friends and colleagues. Update your resume and start applying. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about bouncing back from it. View obstacles as learning opportunities. What did this experience show you about yourself, your job, or your priorities? Life lessons often come wrapped in difficulties. Finally, remember your inner strength. Meditation, even just a few minutes each day, helps center you. Connect with your breath and find the stillness within. This inner peace will be your anchor amidst the storm. This calmness will help you navigate any situation with the clarity and focus. Losing a job is undeniably tough. However, by embracing acceptance, forgiveness, a positive mindset, and connecting with your inner strength, you can transform this obstacle into a stepping stone towards a more joyful and fulfilling life. Chapter 10: Relationships, Building Strong Connections and Healthy Boundaries. Namaste, friends. Think of relationships like plants in a garden. Water them with love, nurture them with understanding, and they bloom beautifully. Neglect them, let weeds of misunderstanding grow, and they wither. We are social beings. We thrive on connection. But connection shouldn't come at the cost of your inner peace. True connection comes from a place of wholeness within yourself. If you feel empty, you'll try to fill that void with others, creating neediness and dependency. First, cultivate your own garden and then share its bounty. Building strong connections. Empathy. First, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Before reacting, ask, why might they be feeling this way? It's amazing how much conflict vanishes with genuine empathy. Imagine a friend is short with you. Instead of snapping back, consider, did they have a rough day at work? Are they dealing with a personal issue? Active listening. Really listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Make eye contact, nod, and reflect back what you hear. So, if I understand you correctly, you're frustrated because this shows you value their perspective. Express gratitude. Tell the people you care about how much you appreciate them. A simple thank you for being there for me can do wonders. Healthy boundaries. Protecting your inner peace. Boundaries aren't about building walls, they're about building doors. They define what you are comfortable with and what you are not. Knowing your limits. Understand your emotional capacity. When do you start feeling drained, stressed, or resentful? That's your boundary screaming for attention. Saying no. Gracefully, it's okay to say no. You don't have to explain yourself endlessly. A simple, thank you for the offer, but I'm unable to commit to that right now is sufficient. Dealing with toxic people. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, some relationships are consistently draining. These are the relationships where others belittle your worth. While we must avoid judging, we must also be aware that these connections may be unhealthy, and a healthy distance or complete separation might be your answer. Setting firm boundaries, limiting contact, or, in extreme cases, ending the connection. But always do so with calm compassion, first trying all ways to reconcile. Building strong connections and establishing healthy boundaries is a continuous dance. It requires self-awareness, compassion, and a willingness to grow. It's a path leading to deeper joy and more fulfilling life. With this understanding, you give your love without losing your freedom. You have the peace of mind to follow your life's purpose. Chapter 11. Living in the present, embracing the now, friends. How often are you truly here? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, completely present. We spend so much time dwelling on the past, replaying mistakes, reliving old hurts, or worrying about the future, what-ifs, anxieties, uncertainties. It's like trying to drive forward while constantly looking in the rearview mirror or staring at a distant map. You'll likely crash. The beauty, the aliveness, is always now. The past is gone, the future is yet to be. Only this moment is real. Living in it wholeheartedly is the key to unlocking true joy. Think of eating a simple meal. Do you savor each bite, noticing the textures, the flavors, the aroma? Or are you scrolling through your phone, thinking about work, or rushing to get it over with? Try this. The next time you eat, put everything else aside. Just eat, chew slowly, feel the food nourishing you. You'll find a simple meal becomes a profound experience. That's the power of presence. Mindfulness is the tool to bring you back to the present. It's simply paying attention to your experiences without judgment. When thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future arise, and they will, gently acknowledge them and then bring your attention back to what you're doing right now. It's like training a puppy. It may wander off, but you lovingly guide it back. Start small. While washing dishes, focus on the feel of the water, the scent of the soap, the sounds of the clinking plates. When walking, notice the feeling of your feet on the ground, the air on your skin, the sights and sounds around you. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay present. It won't eliminate your worries or erase your memories, but it will give you the space to truly live. To find joy in the ordinary, to appreciate the simple things, and to experience the full richness of life, one precious moment at a time. This moment is all you have. So are you going to live it or miss it? Chapter 12. Karma, taking responsibility for your life. Friends, seekers of joy, let's talk about karma. It's not some cosmic punishment system, but something far simpler and far more empowering, cause and effect. Think of it like planting seeds. An apple seed will grow an apple tree. A mango seed will, of course, bring forth mangoes. What you plant determines what you harvest. In the same way, our thoughts, words, and actions are seeds we plant in the garden of our lives. These seeds germinate and eventually manifest as our experiences. So if we want a joyful harvest, a fulfilling life, We need to consciously choose the seeds we sow. It's tempting to blame external circumstances, other people, even fate, for our problems. If only this hadn't happened, if only they were different. But pointing fingers gets us nowhere. Karma reminds us that we are the architects of our own lives. We may not control everything that happens to us, but we have absolute control over our response. Consider this. Imagine you're cut off in traffic. You have a choice. You can honk, get angry, and let it ruin your morning. That's planting a seed of anger. Or you can take a deep breath, acknowledge your frustration, and let it go. That's planting a seed of calmness. The former will likely bring more anger your way, the latter a more peaceful state. Doing good comes back to you. This isn't just a nice saying. It's how the universe works. It's not about bargaining with a higher power or expecting a reward. It's about the kind of person you become by consistently choosing kindness, compassion, and honesty. Think of it this way. Imagine someone always criticizing you for being late. You can either be angry and get defensive, or analyze your morning routine, set the time properly, and arrive on time always. Taking responsibility for our karma means becoming mindful of our thoughts, words, and actions. Are they aligned with the life we want to create? Are we planting seeds of joy, peace, and love, or are we sowing negativity and resentment? The power to change your life lies within your conscious choices. Start small. Choose kindness over anger. Choose honesty over deceit. Choose gratitude over complaint. With each conscious choice, you are shaping your destiny, one seed at a time. And you can change the garden of your life anytime you want. Start planting the seeds of joy and watch your life blossom. Chapter 13. The Path of Service. Finding joy in giving back. We often chase happiness, thinking it's out there, somewhere we need to acquire or achieve. But what if true joy resided within, waiting to be unlocked? What if that key was the act of selfless service? Think about it. When was the last time you genuinely helped someone without expecting anything in return? Did you hold the door open for an elderly person? Did you offer a kind word to someone who looked down? Just recall that small act and the feeling that came over. That warmth you felt isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's the echo of your inner self resonating with the act of giving. We are, at our core, interconnected beings. Service is simply acknowledging this interconnectedness and acting upon it. It's easier to understand if we see an example. Imagine you volunteer at a local soup kitchen. You spend a few hours serving meals to people in need. While you might initially feel a sense of pity or sadness, notice what happens as you connect with the people you're helping. You see their smiles, hear their stories, and realize that they are not so different from you. This simple act of offering a meal transforms into a profound experience of shared humanity. The joy you feel isn't about being a good person. It's about experiencing the deep satisfaction of contributing to something larger than yourself. Service isn't necessarily grand or public. It can be as small as offering a listening ear to a friend or picking up litter in your neighborhood. The key is doing it without expecting recognition or reward. It should be a genuine expression of your desire to make a positive impact. When you focus on giving back, you automatically shift your attention away from your own problems and worries. It puts things into perspective. It teaches you the true meaning of gratefulness. Instead of constantly seeking validation, you find satisfaction in simply being of assistance. The path of service is a shortcut to shifting your focus away from yourself and focusing more on the people in need. Try it. It's truly rewarding. Chapter 14. Integrating spirituality into daily life. Living your truth. So, you've tasted the joy, felt the connection, and started to understand the power within you. Fantastic. But spirituality can't live only on your meditation cushion or during your yoga sessions. It needs to seep into the very fabric of your daily existence. It's about living your truth, every single moment. Think of it as learning a new language. You wouldn't just study grammar and vocabulary and then never speak it, right? You'd start using it, making mistakes, learning, and gradually becoming fluent. Spirituality is the same. You learn the principles. Now you practice them. How do you do this when you're rushing to work, dealing with family drama, or battling deadlines? It's simpler than you think. It's about bringing awareness into the mundane. Take, for example, washing dishes. Sounds incredibly ordinary, doesn't it? Most of us just want to get it over with. But what if you transformed it into a mindful act? Feel the warmth of the water, the texture of the soap. Notice the way the light catches the bubbles. Concentrate on cleaning each dish thoroughly, with intention. Suddenly, it's no longer a chore, but a small meditative practice. Another powerful way is to integrate your values into your work. Ask yourself, how can I bring honesty, kindness, and compassion into my daily interactions at work? Small actions like actively listening to a colleague, offering help to someone who's struggling, or choosing integrity over short-term gain are all powerful expressions of your spiritual journey. Remember to pause. Take a few deep breaths before answering a difficult email. Observe your thoughts without judgment when caught in traffic. These small moments of mindfulness act as constant reminders to reconnect with your inner peace. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, be kind to yourself. There will be days when you forget all of this and react in old, unhelpful ways. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just acknowledge it, learn from it, and gently guide yourself back towards living your truth. Spirituality isn't about perfection. It's about progress and authenticity. It is a lifelong journey. So now you begin to unleash your joy in everything that you do. Chapter 15, Unleashing Your Joy, a Lifelong Journey. So, you've reached the end of this book. But this isn't really the end, is it? It's just the beginning of your journey. Think of it like planting a seed. We've given it fertile ground, watered it with knowledge and practices, and now it's up to you to nurture its growth. Unleashing your joy isn't a destination, it's a continuous path. There won't be a day when you wake up and say, okay, I'm perfectly joyful, mission accomplished. Life throws curveballs. It's messy and unpredictable. There will be days of sunshine and days of rain. The key is learning how to dance in the rain and appreciate the sunshine even more. Consider this, learning to ride a bicycle. You don't just read about it and suddenly know how. You might fall, scrape your knees, and wobble a lot, but you keep practicing. Gradually, balance comes, and eventually, you're riding effortlessly, enjoying the wind in your hair. Inner peace is the same. It requires dedication, practice, and the willingness to stumble along the way. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Did you snap at your spouse? Meditated only once this week? Don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and start fresh. These moments are opportunities to apply everything you've learned. Can you observe your reaction without judgment? Can you use your breath to calm your racing heart? Remember, progress isn't always linear. There will be times you feel like you're moving backwards. That's okay. Be patient with yourself. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one breath at a time. This journey is also about exploration. Experiment with different meditation techniques, explore new healthy recipes, and discover what truly sparks joy in your heart. Maybe it's singing, painting, spending time in nature, or volunteering. Be open to new experiences and allow yourself to evolve. Commitment is everything. Make a promise to yourself to prioritize your well-being. Set aside time each day for your practices, even if it's just for a few minutes. Treat yourself with kindness and compassion. Finally, remember that you are not alone. Connect with others who are on a similar path. Share your experiences, learn from each other, and support one another. The more joy we cultivate within ourselves, the more we radiate it to the world. So, go forth, embrace the unknown, celebrate your progress, and never stop seeking the joy that resides within you. Your life is a masterpiece in progress. Keep painting, keep breathing, keep becoming the beautiful, joyful being you were always meant to be.